So I've been referencing this thing called the DOM. What does the DOM stand for, Jonathan?
Document object model.
Okay, perfect. So the document object model, essentially when a web page loads in HTML, CSS, the web browser breaks it off and like parses it into an object where there's individual node elements, and then it's like it looks like a tree. And I've been accessing it, like, you can access the DOM by by just typing document, enter, and this is the document object model. You can access the DOM in here, breaks it down. We got their head, body, it breaks it down even further. Go down Tom free because mine's a little easier. But oh, that CSS is awful. Good job with that. So the document that breaks it down, we have the head, we have some metadata and information about the web page. Then we have a div, root, main header. This is, each one of these is called a node, like a source. Like source, this is a node. The div is a node. This main content's a node. And then in there, it's like another branch is a video. Then within the video, there's a source node. And these are all, this is like the this is what the DOM is. The document object model. It looks like an object. We have key, like, that's what it looks like. Here's, if you break it down, you have the HTML, head, body, they're on the same element, like level. You have title, H1, heading. So this is all in your notes. So that's what the DOM is. So we're just gonna continue to mess around and play with the DOM just because there's a lot of things you can do with it. Where is it? Two challenges. So clear, CD, make directory, JS, HTML practice. I'm gonna create an HTML or index.html. No. And then open. It's not going to work, is it? Hey, that's fun.
What causes that?
It's because when I updated my laptop, when I first tried to open a file, Chrome asked me if I allow permissions, and I accidentally pressed no. So desktop, Platoon challenges. But if I click and drag it once, then I'm able to do it from here on out. So code index.html. So I have an empty HTML file, or HTML boilerplate.
Why? What made you choose that one over 5?
There's really no, not really. There is not a reason. In fact, I'm just going to copy and paste what's in our notes. It's a little easier to read. We have body, head. So in here, JS and the DOM. In our head, so our title, JS and the DOM. We have body, and we have a div, which is our container class with an H1 tag, with an ID of heading called welcome to my web page, and a paragraph with an ID of article 1. An interesting article goes here. So if I refresh that. Now, as I said, as we're kind of in the last, when I was reviewing the number guessing game, we're able to interact with the document in here. Document.location. Look at this. If I do document.location, it's literally the file path to this index.html file. You can access a lot of information. So let's try to, I want to change something on here. I'm going to continue to use the document.builtin methods to change some stuff. Well, before we do that, headphones, so if I'm Googling headphones, here is, does anyone know what a Chrome extension is? I created a Chrome extension over a weekend, caveat, that highlights stuff right there. Cool. headphones. It highlights like the top 10 retailers in the country and like the subsidies they receive. So I use some database that grabs headphones. Another thing, computers. That's stupid. So it literally manipulates the DOM on Google. So it grabs certain elements and then just manipulates it. Yeah, it's just Amazon received 1.5 billion in subsidies in 2017. And then, oh, cool, it works now. So if I even actually go to like the website, Amazon, does it work? Let's see if it works. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got a pop-up that breaks it down. Then I can click it again. I can. It's also connected to a database. Yes, thank you for your feedback. So Walmart. This is literally all what we've been doing. Essentially, what it's a little expanded upon, kind of number guessing game. There's a JavaScript file that I have imported that's just document.get element by ID, got like inner HTML, add some styling to it, add some CSS to it. Yeah. So that's all what all this is. That's all that this Chrome extension is. And then this is all done in React. That's a whole nother thing. But as far as like manipulating a DOM, that's what that Chrome extension is. So in this Chrome extension, instead of says like welcome to my web page, when I hover over it, I want it to say thank you for coming, and then like when I leave it, I just want it to revert back to welcome to my web page. So I can do like document. So I just want to see what element I actually have to grab. Document.get element by ID, or I can do document.get, is there a query? Let's see. Oh yeah, query selector. Query selector, it's almost like the same thing. And you actually have to grab like the target, like, what is it? Heading. So yeah, that's what that value is. So I want to grab that. And I want to events, listeners, hover. So hover, mouse over, mouse events. I don't want that. So event reference, mouse events. So this is MDN, Mozilla Developer Network. This is essentially like the single source of truth for JavaScript. And so I've got mouse down, mouse enter, mouse leave. A pointing device is moved into an element that has a listener attached. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. It's very add event listener. So get element by ID, mouse target. I can add an event listener. So all these events, like the web page is listening to, like user behavior. So mouse enter. See if we can actually do this. So document, so let header equal document dot get, or no, query selector, takes in a string header. I just want to make sure that, oh no, what happened? Why is it null? Query selector header, heading. Thank you. Ah, darn it. Clear. So let title equal document dot query selector hashtag heading Does that look right? No, title. All right, there we go. Got that. So title dot add event listener. What is it? Mouse over. Mouse enter. What does it do? What is the event? So it looks like add event listener takes in 2 parameters, the event and then an E. What does that even mean? What does E stand for? Add event listener. Oh, what the hell? I gotta turn that off. More tools. Yeah. So that's what I do. Like I read like the title, and if it had like a certain extension. So add event listener, refresh, turn that extension off. W3 schools, it's always good. So document.getElement takes in an event and display date, which is probably a function. So it takes in an event and a function. I don't know what that is for. So function. So mouse enter. Is that what the event is? Mouse enter. And it takes in event. I'm actually creating a function right now within the console, which you can. A title event listener. And then I can grab, what should I do? How do I want to change the text to this when I mouse and enter it. So would it be title.inner HTML? Inner HTML? Or inner text? Let's try that. Welcome to the page. What did I want it to say? I don't know. Welcome to the Thunderdome. I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, no.
Oh, you left the parentheses.
Where? Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
So it should be on the outside. All right. So like I just ran that.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, did it change?
Yeah. It did.
Oh, man. So title, mouse enter. Now I'm going to go. Boop. All right. But now what I want to change, I want it to change back.
So you need like mouse exit or
So mouse.
leave.
Is it mouse leave?
Yeah,
Mouse right under your
Oh,
other
mouse
tab.
leave. Cool.
Mouse.
Mouse leave. Leave event. Welcome to my page. Great. There we go. Cool. But I also want to change the style. How do I do that? So documents. So I got the title. Title dot style dot. I want to change the background color equal blue. Cool. Say ooh, and I want to change the color to white. Now it's working. Cool. So now you can actually add all this stuff to JavaScript and import it into your web page. And there's a lot of event listeners. So I want to create let article equals document dot get. We can get element by ID. You can get query, or what was it? Get or select. What was it? Query select. But let's do doc get element by get element by ID. What's the article ID name? Article 1, that's right. Article 1. And then article, I just want to make sure I have it. Great. Article dot add event listener. You can do on click, like a click. Event takes in an event. Let's console log this event. Console log event. So undefined because it's not being executed, but when I click on it, so it's a mouse event. And then here we can grab a bunch of stuff. Movement X, movement Y, offset, I don't know what any of this stuff is. Target, so event.target, inner text, outer text. This is all the stuff we can essentially manipulate. It's a lot, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Let's do, I've never messed with this before. Let's what's not target, what's layer? What's movement Y, movement X? I don't even know what that means. Is that up, down, left, right? There's only one way to find out. It's clear. What was it? Event dot, what was it? Movement. X. Let's do Y equals 100. I don't know what that's going to do. Does anything? No, doesn't do anything. We can do like movement. Let's do event.target inner, so inner text equals, this is not an interesting article. Is this going to work? There we go. So this is not an interesting article. So you can keep on clicking it.
Would you have to event.target something to do that movement? Is that maybe something?
Oh, maybe. Well, I was looking at target because target.
Because you want to move that section, right?
So I was looking all the way down to target. So target has, think of it just like a dictionary. It's like target has all these align, title, translate. Oh yeah, I think you're right, right? Or no, offset, on focused. There's like a bunch of stuff. Scroll top.
It didn't seem like there was anything on the clip that did directly to what you were.
Yeah, I don't think it worked. So offset, like I assigned it a value. Oh, movement Y. Yeah. Wish you can edit it in here. But what if when I wanna welcome to my page, welcome to the Thunderdome. Instead of that, what if I want to like say a user's name or like welcome Tom? I'm just trying to think like, let's look at, so how does a web page know that you're on it? So I'm going to go to REPL. So how does it know it's me? Like I'm already logged in.
Cookies.
Cookies. Cookies? Has anybody heard of LocalStorage? This is all assigned by other websites, but also Replit, or I think it's just Replit. Assign LocalStorage. AJ's group ID, property, email. So it's got my email. So email, it's a dictionary bio. I want to see what that looks like. Oh, geez, look at email, Tom Preet, bio, code Platoon, first name, teacher, student. So it's like an array. I've got, I'm a teacher and a student account. So this is all information that REPL has stored in my local storage every time I visit this web page on Chrome in this browser. That's why private mode is so good. It's like,
So basically, like any key value pairs that any site is hosting on you, a lot of other sites have access to at all times.
Yeah. But I noticed something interesting. This is all a gigantic big string. It's actually not a dictionary. It's like a string. So local storage, that's one thing about local storage. It can only store strings. So this must parse it. Like it's obviously stored as a dictionary because, so either when I visit REPL takes my local storage. Where is it?
Grabs that block.
Glad to-
Something to
Yeah.
decipher.
Why does it want to save strings?
That's just how local storage does it. Like, I think that's just like the limitation of the browser. So we can actually store local storage on here. So we can local storage. So local storage, here's what's currently, oh, look at this. I've already have stuff saved. Counter 26, bundle URLs. So I can actually change, let's see. So when I click that, event.target, I'm going to do let name equals local storage dot name. What is it, Joe? Let's do new name. So like I created a new name. This all this local storage has been here for probably 4 or 5 months. So I've never cleared this out. Interesting. So a new name. And then hello. And how do I backticks? Then do I do star? I don't know if this is going to name. Let's see if this works. Oh, Jeebus. This is going to be interesting. So, hello, plus Tom. Oh, whoops. Yeah. Cool. So, essentially, in your JavaScript file, because this is all can be done in your JavaScript file, you can see whether or not you can grab your local storage, see if there's a name already assigned to it, and if there is, you can prompt the user to grab a name. Go ahead.
Do you have to have it as string curly brackets name? You can't just say hello plus name.
Like hello.
Oh no, never mind. Sorry, because it's in the quotes. Never mind.
So that's what I should have done. There we go. And now, if a local storage dot new name local storage dot new name, I'm gonna do article no. So because I'm gonna refresh the thing, so I can do let article. No, that's not going to work. Because if I refresh it, all this is going to go away. But like in my JavaScript file, let's create a JavaScript file. Is it script? And source equals app.js. What other defer async defer? And in my list, I'm going to touch app.js, code app.js, console log, hello. I'm going to refresh this, hello. So in here, I can do if local local storage dot new name. I'm going to say if name does not equal I don't know. Let's do new name. Document let title equals. So I'm going to grab the header document dot get element by ID. Is it heading? Heading. And title dot inner HTML equal. I want to create a name. Let user name local storage dot new name. Oh, whoops. Equals. Is that right? Let's do console log username. I just want to make sure this works so far. So in my local storage, I should have. So local storage is a dictionary, but then like the key, I think the keys value is always a string. So I can add as many keys as I want. So I have a new name key. So let's refresh this. So Tom. So local storage dot new name equals Tom. Let's look at old name. If local storage does not have an old name, I want to prompt the user. How do I prompt the user to grab an input? Get name equals, is it prompt? Prompt.
Now we're doing stuff on the web page.
Yep. Get a user. Get it or welcome. Enter your name. Let's see what this looks like. So old name does not exist. All right, cool. So I can say like Tom. Then I can console log get name, refresh, Tom. Now Tom shows up here. And then, so if the user already exists, I want it to say welcome Tom, welcome Justin, welcome Kevin. So get name, welcome name, Tom, and then title, local storage. Now I want to actually set an item to a local storage as old name. Set item takes in a key string value. So I just don't know how to set an item. How to set an item to local storage. Get rid of that. Takes in the key name and the key's value. So on old name equals get name. And then, thank you, get name. Title.inner HTML equals hello or welcome back. Or no, it wouldn't be welcome back. It'd be welcome. Welcome, get name. Does that make sense? Else, if local storage dot old name exists, title let get name or existing name, just make local storage dot old name, then be title. Can actually even just move that up here. title.inner HTML equals welcome back. Is it existing? See if that works. I don't know if that's going to work. All right, so it's loading. Tom, enter. Welcome, Tom. Now, if I refresh it, welcome back, Tom.
We see how long it takes to read your local data.
Local storage. Here's that old key name that I have added to my local storage.
So you could make that a list to say multiple names as people log in. Or is that local storage just for you?
Yeah, it's about like.
So like say you're like we're in the same browser, like I pop in there and I type in my name. Could you still have your name in there from before?
So if you log into this browser,
Yeah,
onto
say
this web
like,
page.
Because like to store multiple names in local storage.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's something you'd want to.
Depending on the app, but the hard part, like the unique thing about local storage, is that there isn't an easy way to store multiple.
Just one key value to one.
Yeah, like I wonder if you can store a list.
That was really just yeah.
Can you store a list?
Store a list of information.
Store a list in local storage. There's some, yeah. How do I store an array in local storage? I don't know if you can. You might be able to. Prompt new member name, so like names 0.
You can actually.
So like, look here, local storage only supports strings. Use JSON.stringify. So that's what they use to like parse it.
Oh.
New name member, local storage, set item, names, stringify names. So that's how you can store multiple names. Cool. Does anybody have any questions?
How did it get jumped?
I added that like years ago, or like probably last cohort I probably did that. But like I can set name, so I can do local storage dot set item name to equal null. I don't even know if that's possible. Local storage. So there's name is null now, but it's a string.
Where does that?
Sorry.
I was just wondering, where exactly is that stored? Like, how does that get cleared out? Because you said from last cohort that was saved. Like, typically, like when we do a refresh, like settings to clear cache out, like does that affect that local storage there? Is that part of
I
that?
don't think so. So if I go to application and I clear storage, I can like clear site data. That's weird. So like it just paused it. So like I was signed in with my Gmail account, but now it's see if it. So yeah, look at I cleared my data.
So same thing with deleting cookies. It would just
Yeah.
local storage.
So
That's also,
at my last job in QA, I would just always, I usually have, anytime I close the browser, it automatically clear all site data. Because if I had to like log in with multiple user accounts on multiple browsers, then I would, yeah. Does anybody have any questions about JavaScript, manipulating the DOM, built-in methods, local storage?
How did you begin accessing manipulating the DOM?
Document, and then you can grab like get elements by ID, headering. I'm going to add an on click equals on click. Then I can just like alert, hey you. I'm grabbing the heading. I'm adding an on-click event to it. I click it, an alert should show up. I don't know if this is going to actually work. Yeah, see, hey you. Yeah.
it's nice to understand finally like how the arrow function stuff fits in with bringing those events and stuff.
yeah.
'Cause before that was like, why would I use Sarah? Use this new package, right?
And you don't have, yeah.
But it's nice.
So anybody have any questions about JavaScript, the DOM? No questions? I'm going to